OnlineDatingRelationshipBlog.com presents Do I Want My Wife Back? Question: can you get her? Do I want my wife back, you may ask? Many people have a blanket answer to such questions: no. But they're not always right, and they can't know your specific information. They might have been hurt before and think it's just best to move on after a breakup. If you ask them, do I want my wife back? They'll tell you what's over is over and that there are plenty of fish in the sea. But you can't let people who have had setbacks and disappointments in love affect your determination. They're bound to have a negative attitude, and it's important that you have a positive attitude right now. If you answer, do I want my wife back, with a strong yes, then you're really going to have to keep a good attitude. Once you break up, it's hard to get back together. If you're still together and you realize things are going bad, it's much easier to intervene then and save the relationship than if you wait until the split has already occurred. That's not to say that it's hopeless after you break up, though. But your attitude will have a lot to do with what happens. No matter how resistant she is to the idea of getting back together, you have to be calm and polite. You have to decide that you are getting back together and make sure that you always act as if it's a given. The hard part comes in when you don't get back together anytime soon, and you have to keep believing, even though it looks less and less likely that you'll get your wife back. But you have to if you want to give the relationship that one last chance. Not every marriage can be saved. Thinking, do I want my wife back, and deciding that you do aren't enough to save a marriage. That's only the very beginning, and it gets harder and harder as you go. You have to face the fact that there's a chance your wife won't ever come back. That's a hard truth to face, but it's necessary. You have to decide that you won't let yourself become completely devastated if the marriage does not work out. There are other people out there if this relationship doesn't work out. It's hard to think that way at first when you're trying to stay positive and focused on fixing the relationship, but you have to make yourself understand this. If your wife doesn't come back, you will not be alone for the rest of your life. You will be able to love someone else and let them love you. Realizing this truth can be very liberating because you come to know that no matter what happens, you're not going to be alone. Your needs will be met, they'll just be met by someone else. Do I want my wife back? If you still answer yes and you're ready to be positive, you may just end up surprised at how well it works. This video was brought to you by OnlineDatingRelationshipsBlog.com. For more relationship help, go to OnlineDatingRelationshipsBlog.com or simply click the link in the sidebar. Do it now.